Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the backstory. If you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, former Internal Security Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i is back in the country. Matiang'i has been away in the US where he has been working, and there have been rumors that he's supposed to come back and launch his presidential campaigns. We're still not sure about that. But what we know is that he arrived yesterday night or this night at the JKIA. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was Matiang'i. He arrived, and there are two issues that we've deduced from it. That when he arrived at the JKIA, he was received by Jubilee Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni. And also in the presence of that entourage is Nyamira Senator Onyonka. Is it Nyamira or Kisii? Senator Onyonka was also present at the JKIA to receive Matiang'i. Now, just as you have seen in those videos and photos that we've shared, you're able to see that Matiang'i was received at the airport by Jubilee Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni. That is very, very significant in that there have been speculations that Matiang'i is going to vie for the presidency in 2027. And there have been two proposals for him to vie under UPA Party, which is being headed by Nyamira Governor, and Jubilee Party, which is owned by the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. So the presence of Jeremiah Kioni at the JKIA signifies the fact that Jubilee Party is so serious about fielding Matiang'i as their presidential candidate. Remember, Matiang'i has not officially declared that he's going to vie for the presidency. It is Senator Onyonka who came up around January to tell Kenyans that Matiang'i is going to vie for the presidency.
Sisi kama jamii ya Omogusi tumeamua candidate yetu ya urais hapa nchini Kenya 2027 elections anaitwa Dr. Fred Matiang'i Okengo. Na tena hatusongi nyuma. We will continue. We have decided that if you have a dysfunctional country, that institutions are not ready to share the cake equitably, then you must look for alternatives. How you will force those who are in power to share those resources with you equitably. And one of the approaches, we will set our own political party, we will go and negotiate. We know Fred Matiang'i is going to win, but he cannot win alone. We are going to talk to everybody. We are going to talk to Kalonzo, we will talk to Gachagua, we will talk to Uhuru, we will even talk to Raila. We will tell them it is now our time, because where we are, this country requires to look for us also from the small clans. Even us who are without the numbers, we need to be given an opportunity to show what we can do.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, from that, we're expecting that if Matiang'i is back in the country, and as there have been a lot of speculations that he's going to vie for the presidency, and that is coming back to launch his presidential campaign, then it means what Kenyans are expecting is to see him come out openly and start engaging Kenyans, even if he might not declare officially that he's going to vie for the presidency. But at least there will be some activities around him that will send signals towards the fact that he's going for the presidency in 2027. But Matiang'i is coming back into the country to be received by an opposition which needs to gel together and field one presidential candidate. You know, in the opposition, we have several other candidates who are also yearning for that top position. And some of the leaders who are also going for the presidency in 2027 from the opposition are the likes of Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, Martha Karua, and maybe Natembeya. So in all this, there's a lot of confusion as to who is going to be fielded as the single or the torchbearer of the opposition. There are guys who are saying that they should field Kalonzo Musyoka and all these other candidates backing up. Or we have Kalonzo Musyoka and Matiang'i coming up, teaming up to form a team. And then there are guys who are also saying that they are going to do what? They are going to field Matiang'i. This has brought a lot of confusion in the opposition. Even last week, Rigathi Gachagua talked about the same, and they said that they are going to work together so as to give Kenyans one candidate ahead of 2027 general elections.
Give hope to our people. Tumesikiza Wakenya wanasema tupangane, tutafute serikali mpya mzuri ya kusaidia Kenya, na hiyo tunafanya na huyu kiongozi wenu Kalonzo Musyoka, na huyu Eugene Wamalwa, George Natembeya, Fred Matiang'i, Rigiji yako hapo jikoni ndio na chora maneno. And I want to assure the people of Kenya, we have a formula to give you good leadership. And your son Kalonzo Musyoka is a serious player in that negotiation. Na I want to assure nyinyi watu ya Ukambani, huyu kiongozi wenu na nyinyi tutalegesha heshima yenu kama jamii.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was Rigathi Gachagua. But Matiang'i has the support of Gen Zs, which if utilized well, and then is also packaged and sold to Kenyans, it can give President William Ruto a run for his money. But the catch is that the opposition has to unite. And if they decide to back him up, they also need someone who is a mobilizer and someone who is able to campaign for him around the country. Because Matiang'i per se is not, is more of an administrator, is result oriented, but is not a politician, is not an orator, is not someone who can speak up, who can stand up on a podium and speak up and convince Kenyans. That is where the likes of Senator Nyonka now come in. And they might also need like-minded kind of politicians who are orators, who are able to charm the public to campaign for Matiang'i towards 2027 general. So ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be very, very, very interesting. I know Matiang'i might not like declare now. There have been a lot of pressure for him to come out openly and tell Kenyans if he's going to vie. But I know there is that fear that if he declares right now, the state might start working on ways of obstructing him, maybe coming up with trumped up charges against him so that they can deter him. But, you know, sometimes that can work to his advantage. Remember, President William Ruto, when he was the vice president, the former President Jomo Kenyatta and his handlers tried to buy him, tried to come up with so many narratives about him. But this did endear him to Kenyans. He used that opportunity to play victim. So I think Matiang'i's handlers should not be afraid of that. I think they need to come up openly and sell that idea of Matiang'i, the Matiang'i project to Kenyans, and leave that to fate. If the state is going to maybe look for trumped up charges, maybe he can use that now to his advantage by playing victim. And I think that can make him endear himself to Kenyans. But it's a matter of wait and see. We'll try and monitor what is going to happen. And if he's going to launch his campaigns, we'll keep you posted, ladies and gentlemen. But it is going to be a very, very interesting race ahead of 2027. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us tonight. If you are new here, kindly hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video.